Yo! What the hell? What the? Hello?
You should have let it go.
Who the hell is this?
Why did you choose to pursue us? We now know everything about you. Where you live, your daily routines, the people you love, the fact that your left testicle sags slightly beneath your right.
Who are you?
The creators.
The creators of what?
The Nintendo Switch hentai game creators.
Nintendo, the family-friendly company. Mario, Donkey Kong, Pikmin, Mario Party, Mario Kart, Mario goes to court to fight for custody of his kids. Nintendo has so many games and series that you can play with anybody in your family, no matter how old or how young they are. Nintendo is the family-friendly gaming company, right? Wrong. Every single time I go on the Nintendo eShop to buy a new game, to forget about my existential dread, which is like every day, I see a bunch of weird things next to the normal games like Zelda or Celeste, and those weird things are hentai. I see a lot of hentai. You don't believe me?
Okay, we're gonna do this together, okay? Look, I haven't even accessed the eShop yet. Alright, you can see all the Weeby games I'm playing. Fucking Star Ocean, Fuga. Alright, let's pretend like I'm, I don't know, a 10 or 11-year-old child, right? And I wanna go on the eShop to find a new game to play. Alright? Let's see like what new stuff is coming out, alright? Because we got a lot of feature stuff that's not out yet. Let's just see what's new. Alright? The first thing that I see is Hentai Project. Alright? Let's see what else, you know, maybe that's not the type of thing I want. Let's see what else we got. Hentai Stars. Hey, it's on a pretty good sale, 89% off. I might have to cop that. Hentai World. Yo, the Legendary Edition, only $1.99. I might have to get that too.
I've always been kind of curious about this, like Nintendo of all places. These games aren't allowed on Xbox, they're not allowed on PlayStation. Sony is home to some of the darkest mainstream video games ever, and they don't even allow this type of content on their store. A great recent example is Lisa. One of my favorite games just got ported to consoles for the first time ever, and when I heard that there was going to be some censorships in certain versions, of course I thought Nintendo. But no, would you believe that the Nintendo port is actually the least censored version? Nintendo low-key getting a little freaky. I think I like this new Nintendo. Come over here, new Nintendo, come over here. It kind of feels like if you're at Six Flags, right? And you go on a couple of rides and then you play a few carnival games. And then there's just this building where everyone just has an orgy with the bald guy from the Six Flags commercials. It kind of doesn't belong. But I would still do it. That would be kind of cool. I kind of want to get to the bottom of this. Like, why is this happening? Who's doing this? Why on Nintendo's platform of all places is there so much hentai? I think it's time to do a little investigating.
What the fuck?
Fuck. Somebody's watching me. It's not the first time, but it's the first time I'm scared. My heartbeat just went up 5 paces. Who is it? What do they want? It's the hentai people. They want to stop me. If they think fear is gonna work, they have no idea who they're fucking with. My viewers come first. Okay, so I did some very simple investigating. The first game I looked up on Nintendo's website is Hentai Project. So I scrolled down to the bottom and I find that the publisher is called 17 Studio. So I googled 17 Studio and I googled it with a space originally and I couldn't find it, so then I took the space out and it looks like I found it. It looks like they're in Kazakhstan. I'm scrolling on their site and they are not advertising any of their hentai games, which makes sense.
I couldn't find anything really about the hentai games. I had to really like do some digging. Looks like the only way I can get in touch is by email or on social media. So then I looked up some other hentai games. Here I found Hentai Stars, right? And I believe Red Deer Games, which is the publisher for them, does most of the hentai games on Switch. So I went to their website, and much like 17 Studio, they are almost never advertising these games, which again makes sense, right? But what's interesting is I was really doing some digging to find a developer, because publishers and developers not the same thing. But I was doing more digging on other websites, and underneath developer it said Red Deer Games. So I guess they're doing both, not really sure. If I want to contact them, they left me some emails. I might do that, I don't know. But yeah, it's weird and interesting that they don't even have like a tab on the top of the page like adult games, and like maybe you would have to enter a birthday or something. It's almost like for both of these companies, 17 Studio and for Red Deer Games, it's almost like their dirty little secret. Like they don't want anyone knowing that they're putting these games out.
So I was kind of debating sending an email to either of these companies, kind of just goofing with them, asking like, what's your inspiration for making all of these hentai games? But in all seriousness, it's not really my goal to shame anybody who wants to play or make these games. This is a free country. This country is so free that children are not safe when they go to school, and we have senators that are so old they have to be reminded they're doing a press conference in the middle of a press conference. That's America, baby. And this country is so free that anybody should be allowed to make or play hentai games whenever they want. Don't get the wrong idea. I don't want to play these games. I don't want to play these games. Okay? But I'm doing it for you. Because I love you.
Even though I know this is for a video, I still can't help but feel a little silly buying these things. It feels weird spending my money on something like this. Some changes have happened since the last time I was on the eShop, just a couple of minutes ago. There's this game called Seduce Me, which it's all guys, so yeah, I won't be playing that one. Not for the video. You know, a lot of people are saying that 2023 might be the greatest year for video games. We've got things like Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate 3, Diablo 4, Starfield. I could be playing any of those games, but instead I'm playing Hentai Stars Deluxe Edition.
So I decided to start this investigation by playing Hentai Stars, and the first person I encountered was a young woman named Keiko, who by her own admission, for some reason likes to just sit on the floor. She quickly introduced me to the 15 puzzle, which is just one of those sliding picture puzzles that I hate because I'm too stupid to figure them out. But I guess I'm not that stupid because I finished the first one in like 8 seconds. And I guess I impressed Keiko so much that her body temperature started to rise. And because I'm such a good friend of hers and a gentleman and I want all of my friends to feel comfortable, we both agreed that it would be best if she took off her shirt. This is when I got hit with the second puzzle, which was a lot harder. It took me like 10 or 12 minutes to figure this one out. And it's kind of funny because, at least in my case, doing this puzzle, I wasn't even really thinking about the image on the other side of the solution. I was just really trying to beat this puzzle. So I wasn't even really wanting to see the sexy picture at the end. I was just trying my hardest to figure this damn thing out. And because she's such a good friend and she didn't want me to get discouraged or lonely in the middle of a puzzle, like every 2 panels that I moved around, Keiko would just start to giggle. But despite our bond and her friendliness, I abandoned Keiko and moved on to the next girl, Emma. That's right, I'm not loyal. I'm a product of divorce. I don't believe in love. I will never be loyal. This bit is getting too real. The same thing happened here. Easy puzzle. For some reason, Emma has to take off her shirt. The same thing happened here. Easy puzzle. For some reason, Emma has to take off her shirt. I don't know why. I can't say this line. The same thing happened here. Easy first puzzle. Emma takes off her shirt for some reason. Second puzzle really hard. I start to curse at myself for not being able to beat this damn thing. So this is when I decided to jump to the other game that I did not forget the name of, but it's the deluxe edition, so it better be good. Let's see what our friends at Red Deer Studios can give us. Surprisingly, at the title screen, I was hit with some pretty seductive music like, goddamn, where you been?
Okay.
Unfortunately, this was basically the same game as the last one with just a sliding image puzzle with a cute anime girl waiting for you on the other side of it. I guess the music was actually pretty good, like it was the same song as the title screen, but I kinda like it. I was a little curious, like what did I get in this deluxe edition that wasn't in the normal edition of the game? Nothing about this seemed very deluxe. But let's be honest, the main appeal of the Nintendo Switch since day one is that you can either play it on your TV like a console or take it with you wherever you want to go. So I honestly think for me to get the full experience of Hentai Stars and the other game that I didn't forget the name of, but it's the deluxe edition, so it better be pretty damn good, I think I gotta go outside with these bad boys and really put them to the test. So it is a beautiful 90-degree Thursday in Florida. I'm playing Hentai Stars right now at a local park, just trying to get the full experience. Like you saw in that first trailer, people taking it to the local basketball courts with them, playing 2K, which is kind of weird. Why wouldn't you just play real basketball if you're right there? I think a bunch of kids must have just gotten out from school or something because there's like a lot of them at the park right now. And I'm kind of hoping they don't bother me because I don't really want to explain like the research I'm doing, and just, you know, it's kind of tedious and very difficult and in-depth. I don't think like they would be able to really grasp it.
Eyes on target. Yes, sir. He's currently playing both of them at a local park. He's currently breaking 2 of the 3 sacred codes. Number 1, these games should only be played indoors. Number 2, these games should only be played at night. Number 3, these games should only be played by depressed, lonely men with unquantifiable apathy. If you'd like, I could dispose of him right now, but it might get messy during the daytime. Affirmative. I'll sneak into his house, slip him something, and take him to the warehouse. Yes, sir. Okay. I love you too.
Okay, it's been about 30 minutes. I think I've gotten the full Nintendo Switch Hentai Stars experience. I haven't heard that in like years. You know, this might sound a little silly, but I really think playing Hentai Stars outside really gave me the full experience. It really allowed me to just see things for the way they are. And this was a good experiment. Some good research was done. I'm not gonna go as far as to say that these hentai games are a problem. I just think they should kind of be tucked away in their own little corner. And I think all of these games should be available on every platform. But again, just put them in a little corner, you know? Don't take up a spot that like Bomb Rush, Cyberpunk, or Celeste could be taking. That's really not fair, that's stupid. These games take like 10 minutes to make. Okay, I'm done. Investigation over. I'm thirsty. I think I want like a nice cold glass of water. Did I pour that glass of water? Who am I kidding? I don't give a shit.
Next time, leave the hentai to the big boys, kid.